Hello and welcome to Convict, Inc. I'm your host, Robert Rosso. Currently, I'm being held at the Cimarron Correctional facility in Cushing, Oklahoma, where I have been here for about 6 weeks. And I thought I would go ahead and talk about the facility, the operation, what people would expect if they were to come here, if they were to be sent here. I got the idea because somebody's wife was looking up another institution, and more like an infomercial type of thing, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, something more educational. Anyway, so this is a private prison that's under contract with the U.S. Marshal Service. All the inmates that are currently here are either sentenced already to the Bureau of Prisons, or they're awaiting sentencing, or they're pre-trial and they're awaiting sentencing in federal courts in Oklahoma and Texas. I do know one guy that was finished with his time in the state of Oklahoma, and he's being transported to Texas via the Marshal Service, and he's kind of stuck here. So he's actually not a federal inmate, but they're using the Marshal Service to transport him. Anyway, so when you first arrive in the facility, you go to intake, which is either a receiving and release, or receiving and discharge, R&D or R&R respectively. And it's a pretty short stay compared to other places I've been. They have several different holding tanks where they separate you by security levels, low, medium, or high, and they do designate people that way. Of course, they have the female pods or people that need protective custody or sex offenders. Those get separated too. They then have, I believe, a total of 14 units in this prison, which holds around 1,800 or thereabout inmates. Right now, from what I understand, the population is down some, and they are going to do a renew of contract with the Marshal Service. Anyway, after you go to R&D, they then send you to your parent unit. I am in Alpha South, I guess, AS Alpha South, and it's actually a low, medium security level custody, which is actually it's one of the lower ones. But anyway, so people always wonder, how much money is their loved one or friend or family member going to need? What's the whole process on that? So there's different ways you can send money via Western Union, and then there's like Inmate Connect. Oh, I should have known this before I did this. Damn it! I'm sorry. I just flaked again. I think it's Inmate Connect. What's the money service? Do you know what it's called? Inmate Connect, or what is it called? Yeah, okay, thank you. It's called Connect Network, ConnectNetwork.com. And people can send money through that, Western Union. I will say this, most of the money in here, and that's not just for contraband, that is in general, people send it via Cash App from one family's member to another, one person to another. Let me explain. So when you come to a place like this is the transfer center. Commissary is only done on Tuesdays, arrives on Tuesday. So the process is every Saturday between the hours of 4 a.m. and 9 a.m., you're allowed to order your commissary via a tablet, okay? It sucks here because you can only have money put on your books within the institution twice. That's on Saturday and Tuesday. So otherwise your family or friends can send money straight to your books here, or to your account. They can either send it to your PIN debit account or your phone account. And that's, again, on what I just said, the Connect Network or whatever. I should have had that part down. But also Western Union does take 2 days. So when people come here, they're just getting off a bus. They don't have any access to store, commissary, stuff like that. So what they're doing is they're going to guys who have commissary. So, for example, the commissary limit was $40 when I got here. Now it's up to $70 limit. If I go buy $70 worth of store, I can charge 2 for 1, which I did last week, by the way. Anyway, so I can then charge 2 for 1. So if a candy bar is $2 and somebody comes in, or even somebody that's been here wants a candy bar, they're going to pay me $4. And instead of waiting for store day for the money, you can just have them get on the phone and cash app it immediately. That is a game changer in all prisons. Like I was out of prison for 3 years. This stuff has gotten, technology moves quick, so things are happening quicker. When I was in, people were moving stuff around via Green Dot, which was a pain in the ass. That was mostly contraband deals, and I'm talking not necessarily contraband deals. This is just straight out for people that want to come in here and want to buy something from store guys. And I know guys that are sending as little as $5 cash out. So if somebody comes to me, they want to buy a soda, the soda's $5. They can literally send me $5 cash out to a friend, family who's ever running it. So you got the store issues. Medical services is supposed to be 7 days a week. They have pill call twice. I have yet to see if the medical is worth a damn here. They do have it. There are somebody on call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I will say that. Religious services is basically non-existent. You can put a cop-out or a request to staff. That's what it's called. In the BOP, it's called cop-out. And ask for religious materials, a Bible, Quran, so forth. And they will make sure you have it basically within 72 hours. Because this is contracted by the Marshal Service, you can write a request to the Marshal Service, and they answer you within 72 hours. Whatever your complaint or your wish or your question may be, they will send you forms. For example, 1983 or civil rights lawsuit forms or tort claim forms. By the way, I filed all mine this week. 2 tort claims and a civil rights case. That's for my pending lawsuit stuff. So you've got that going. To kind of give a perspective or say what it looks like in here, people who have watched 60 Days In, it's basically most of the jails are the same. It's kind of got that triangle shape about it. Two stories, 2 tiers, I should say. Really a layback spot. I know that Fox Charlie or FC unit is the max, and they keep having problems over there. They have a lot of, they're locked down, I believe, with a lot of gang activity, and you got the Universal Aryan Brotherhood and the Texas Aryan Brotherhood over there that are kind of running stuff, and I hear that it's really a lot of politics going on over there. Otherwise, you do not need money for deodorant, toothpaste, soap, anything like that. You do not need to buy any clothes. Well, unless you're going to buy something like a sweater or a thermal or sweatpants, you can buy that because it does get cold in units no matter what the temperature outside is. The prices of commissary here are relatively cheap. You get yard once a day, although this unit seems to be getting screwed for some reason. We get it in the morning between 8 and 9 mostly, and we get gym once a week. They do have a gym here. There's a basketball court. There are no weights on the yard. The rec yards, you can play volleyball, basketball, football, like a Nerf football. I'm trying to think of what else. Law library and library services twice a week. You'll have books sent via inmate request to staff. Librarian will allow you to go to the library. You can check out books up to 2 a week. I believe the policy states if you need any legal materials, they have a law library directory service on the kiosk. It's half-assed. It's hard to navigate. I've been having a lot of problems with it, so does other people, but it's there. In general, this place is actually a decent place to do time. It wouldn't be bad to even do a lot of time, but there's that whole for-profit thing that I don't really know how to feel about it yet. As far as contraband, like most prisons, plentiful. Think of a postage stamp, okay? Look at regular postage stamp. $40 or $30 to $40 you can buy a postage stamp worth of K2, which is synthetic marijuana. You want a strip of Suboxone, $50. You can do that, cash app at commissary, whatever. Fentanyl, $200 a gram. Methamphetamine, $100 a gram. I probably shouldn't say, hypothetically speaking. Okay, hypothetically speaking, that's what it is. And you can cash app it or do whatever. That's just how prisons are nowadays, people. That's just what it is. And I wouldn't know anything about it. That's just what I've heard. Actually, I'm doing really good on clean time. And on the sidebar on that note, it's freaking remarkable how easy how I'm not having any trouble with my addiction issues other than 3 different nights. 3 times I had problems. It was a close one. Otherwise, it's amazing, especially when it comes to the idea of methamphetamine. It just doesn't even sound right. Anyway, so yeah, the Cimarron Correctional Facility, which is part of Civics Core, I believe it's called. It's a big conglomerate of private prisons. But yeah, the Cimarron Correctional Institution in Cushing, Oklahoma, that's what it's about. They do give you a decent mattress. They do give you a pillow. They do give you sheets, blankets, razors, as many as you want, toothbrushes, as many as you want, toothpaste. They provide all that stuff for you. So if you got anybody on the outside, or if you have anybody on the inside that's telling you they need money for hygiene, they're lying. They're absolutely lying. They need money. What they would need money for? Well, they want to buy Irish Spring instead of regular soap. Okay. They want to buy Crest instead of the regular toothpaste, which is all pretty decent, by the way. Okay. But what you really need money for in here would be like coffee, tea, food. Regular. There's quite a bit of postage stamps. They're like 67 cents. Don't even know if that's legal. What is a postage stamp out there? It's 55 cents a postage stamp. So I'm not really sure if that's legal. And by the way, for people who want to be a correctional officer and may have a handicap or disability, Cimarron's the place for you. They allow people with disabilities, and it's a little surprising. And I'm not, it's a little surprising, but anyway, there's a lot of them. And if you want to be a drug dealer, and you want to be a correctional officer, great place to be. Both, just a fantastic. Matter of fact, in Oklahoma, 21 grams of methamphetamine and less is a misdemeanor. So there's all that going on. And, they don't really prosecute drug cases from prisons anymore unless it's really large, so you can make a lot of money before any heat kind of comes down on you. So it's a win-win situation if you want to be a drug dealer CO. And just in general, in prison, by the way, just might as well throw that out there. Great place to become a drug dealer or deal drugs or continue dealing drugs. Fantastic place. Make more money in here quicker than any place on the street. So remember that, kids. For patience. Anyway, I think I'll let it go. Take care and bye.